All right, guys, so here we are underneath the car. Hopefully you guys can see this with the light on. So right here is the steering arm, and this is the bushing that was really worn out. So this is a new one. We just got it in. This was on back order from J-Bugs for a little bit. So we finally got that in. So that's gonna go back in the steering arm right here, and then the steering dampener goes from here up underneath the floor, above the floor, in between the floor, somewhere in there. And then that's where you can get the access to the other spot from up top. So I have to do that. And then I have not done the master cylinder yet and the brake lines. And obviously, as you can see, there's no control arms that are down here either. So I'm gonna have to do this one thing at a time, so nothing's in my way. So I'm probably gonna do this bushing first, do the brakes, and then do the control arm, because obviously with the bar here, it's gonna be in the way to do all this. I think that makes the most sense. It's kind of nice that the control arms are out because you have all that access. The brake lines don't seem that bad. They just go right here and then up and over. So it doesn't seem too difficult to get to. I have all new brake lines, so I'm gonna just rip all this stuff out, and then I just have to bend the new ones. And you can actually see that bolt. That bolt that's right there, that is actually the other side for the steering dampener. I just put that bolt in there to you know, not lose it. So that's where it goes, right up in there. So one thing at a time, and then we will take this out. Obviously you can see that this is the new rear brake line that I had already put in. We got some new hoses. We have a new reservoir for up top. And, you know, we weren't going to change all this stuff out, but like I said, these were not working. One of these plugs right here is all burnt. We have a new plug in for that also. So at this point, we are just going to go ahead and change all that over, which, you know, kind of is a pain. But once that's done, it is going to just be finished and brand new. So I'm going to start, like I said, with this, get that pushed in. I'm going to grease this up, and I think I'm going to be able to press it in there pretty easily. You can see how it's made. It's got this groove in the middle, and it's kind of grooved in the middle of this too, in the middle of the steering shaft. I don't want to take that all out, so I'm pretty sure I'm going to be able to get it in there without taking that arm off. Every time I take someone off, we end up ordering new parts. So if I don't have to take that off, it'll be a lot easier on me. So I'm going to get that in first and then do the brakes, and you guys can follow along. All right, so this bushing is in the steering arm right there, as you can see. So that went in pretty good. I just took a bolt and a nut and, you know, squeezed it together and got that in. So that's there. Next is going to be to drain the brake fluid out, and then get this master cylinder and the brake lines off. Okay, so we have the new master cylinder installed right there. That has two 13mm bolts that come in from the inside of the car by the brake pedal. And there's the rod that goes in and pushes. So that's in. This is the new rear brake line that I already had hooked up. I have all the other brake lines taken out. They're laying around here. Now I have to make them all up and get those installed. All right, so if you guys are doing brakes like this, brake lines and everything, I highly suggest that you guys get a set of flare wrenches. I'm going to leave a link in the description for you guys to order them through Amazon. I've had these Craftsman ones for a while, and they are a lifesaver for doing brakes. There was this one right here, where I was trying to use a regular wrench and then started rounding it out because obviously you can see how rusty it was in there. And as soon as I got the proper tool for the job, it came off very easily. All the other ones came off easily when I started doing those also. So if you guys are not familiar with these style wrenches, they go around more and have more contact areas. So they'll go over the brake line like that, and then they'll be able to go on the the nut, and you can see that they hold on a lot more surface area, so you don't strip them out, because these are very soft metal and they're rusty. So if you guys are doing any brakes, I would highly suggest getting some. They are a lifesaver for taking these off. I mean, obviously I'm replacing these, so if I had to take a vice grip to them, I could, but it's so much easier to do with the proper tool. So I will leave a link down below that you guys can order a pair if you guys are doing this. That's just a quick little tip for you guys. So I'm gonna go ahead and make up the rest of the brake lines from the kit that we got, and then hopefully I'll be able to get all this done tonight. Just about finished up on the brakes now. Master cylinder in, lines are in, brake switches are in also, new hoses, reservoir and hose at the top are in. The brake line kit that I got, I did not have one long enough for this line, so I reused that one. All the other ones in the front and now the rear are all new. All right guys, so what we have is all of the stuff underneath is all set now. The sway bar, the control arms, the steering stabilizer, all the brakes, lines, everything is all set. I still have it up in the air just because, but everything underneath there is now good. If we look down here, new sway bar bushings, that's painted. The control arms are painted, new bushings for that. Brake lines, I did do the brake switches as you saw in my last video, and the brake lights now work. You can see the old master cylinder right there. So those work on the hydraulic fluid from the brakes, and the brake light was not working when stepping on the brakes. So now with the new master cylinder and the new brake switches, the brake lights work awesome. So after that, I started putting in the fresh air hoses on either side. Those are all set now too. I'm gonna tidy up some of the wiring a little bit. It's kind of is where it is, but I'm gonna get the fresh air box in there now. I gotta finish up the gas tank, bolting that back in. I had to take it out to do the steering column piece, so get that done, get the clamps back on these hoses, and pretty much I can be done inside here, and then I can put the hood and the fenders on. So this is probably a big step now to get this back to almost being finished. I'm gonna get the hood and the fenders, front bumper, all of that stuff done first before I do the doors. The door's gonna be last. So pretty excited that the brakes are all done, the suspension's done, and we can move on with some more stuff. Once the hood and the fenders go on, it is obviously gonna look very nice, look just like a Volkswagen's supposed to be, and that much closer to being finished. So pretty excited. It's coming along. It's almost summertime here, so hopefully this thing will be on the road soon. Once I put the fenders on, I haven't done the backs yet, but once I put the fenders on, I'm going to spray black spray paint in there, get that all looking nice. Obviously you don't see any of that, so when I painted it I wasn't too worried. I'll paint that all black. Same thing on this side. All that white is just the primer that I put on when I painted it. So any questions you guys have, let me know. If you guys want to see anything else, let me know. Point anything else, let you guys see what I've done in certain spots. So check back in, hit subscribe if you want to see how this Volkswagen turns out, and I will see you next time.